Okay, hi guys. Welcome back. You did a great job at doing Google Forms. I hope you had a lot of fun. It does give an extra enhancement to your lessons. I don't know if anybody tried it, but I just want to say great job on all the Google Forms that were put onto the community. We saw some great stuff. Even if it was just your first chance to do it, I know that if you play around with it a little bit, you'll probably see how much you can do with Google Forms, whether it be a big part of your lesson or a small little quiz or even just something that you can send to parents. But I just really wanted to say great job on it. I'm proud of everybody. It was nice to see you guys getting excited about it. I want to give props to the 6th grade team, Robert, Stacy, Michelle, and Crystal. It was great seeing all your guys' pre-made Google Forms. So yes, you guys are rock stars. And we were pretty happy with all the extra things that you guys put into your Google Forms. And it was exciting to see all those pictures added and the different embedments that you guys did with links and everything. So great job on that. I hope that you guys continue to do Google Forms. It's lots of fun, and especially when we look at the data that we can collect from it, it can help, guide our lessons. So anything to help us with our kids. But we also wanted to remind you that hopefully you guys can look at the community from now until Thursday when we have a chance to meet again. So that way you can see that on week 2, there is the Google Forms reflection. I know week 1, almost everybody took the test or took the reflection and added that to the week 1. We were hoping to get some more data on what your comments were and feedback for Google Forms. So we'd really appreciate you guys looking back at the community and getting into that Google Forms reflection if you can. If you don't have time throughout the week, we can definitely do it on Thursday in my classroom. And I'm excited to see you guys on Thursday.
All right. And this will be really cool for your kids to even eventually maybe create their own Google Forms. So maybe be thinking in that SAMR model of how you can get the kids to actively create one. So good job. We're going to talk about week 3 now, going into week 3. And you guys are almost done. There's only this week and next week. So thank you for staying strong. We're almost there. Week 3 is going to focus on Google Drive and Google Docs. And I know that CJUSD actively uses their Google Drive and Docs, especially for trainings that you attend. Usually the agenda is a Google Doc, or they give you links, or they're giving you presentations that you can add to your Drive, things like that. But I think this would be a really good refresher, and also now how to apply it in a classroom setting or with your students rather than just at a training that you go to once or twice a year. So this week for week 3, your assignment is going to be to create a Google folder inside your Drive, and you're going to be sharing it. And you have the choice of who you want to share it with. We thought it would be good to either share it with your students. Maybe it would be just a group, like a group that's working on a project. You just share a folder with them. Or you could even just share a folder with a group like your grade level team or one colleague. That's up to you. But I'll be showing you in a tutorial how to share a folder if you don't already know. And then we will be sharing a folder with you to demonstrate how that looks. And we're going to put a Google Doc inside. That will be a working doc. That means we want everybody to collaborate and just share something on there, because that's kind of your proof that you were able to access the Google shared folder and also contribute onto the Google shared doc. That's like a tongue twister. So that's this week's assignment. And of course, to end it, we want you to reflect back on the process of Google Docs and Drive and think about how it's applicable to your classroom. So a short reflection, again, 6 quick questions on a Google form that will be posted in week 3 that we would really appreciate you filling out at the end of week 3. And Dave's going to talk about some of the resources that we've all put inside week 3 for you.
So here is week 3. You can see listed. We have a a couple of different videos of how to use Google Docs and Drive. Just to tell you, this one is loaded with all kinds of information if you're a little more advanced. This one kind of quickly is going through, and it's like, wow, all the potential that's there. But it is kind of quick. This one may be a little bit, I think this one talks you through. This one maybe doesn't talk you through, but you just see it happening. But I thought, hey, for us oldie goldies, I went through and I found this one. And each of these are about 5 minutes or so. This one is kind of for us older folks. You can see I call this Google Docs and Google Drive 101 for us oldie goldies. And it's basically a gal, looks like from a particular district where they're just becoming familiar with Google Docs and Google Drive. And she kind of walks you through in a very simplistic fashion. At the same time, also, we found this, which is 34 interesting ways to use Google Docs in your classroom. And I know number 5, for example, I was saying if you wanted to do something with your class, I think it's called something about, I'm unique in certain ways or something like that, where your whole class could actually go online and could be typing on the same document just to show them the potential of that. But then there's, like I said, 33 other ideas of different ways to share it that can be really valuable. So anyways, it's just kind of a few resources, some a little bit more advanced, and like I said, this one less advanced that could definitely benefit you and in learning that process. So anyways, good job. Thanks for all your hard work. We're really appreciating all the information we're able to get. So.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. See
Have
you
a
there
good week. Keep working hard.
Yay.